How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel On the Tools with Sal. And it's the first time I think you guys have seen me on this side of the camera. Finally got a camera mount, and we're going to start. Basically, we're going to start the channel from scratch. We're going to do some video documentation on this TDI build that is going into what I think is a very, very cool swap. It's going into a FJ3 fleet van, Kaiser Willys fleet van, which, if you guys don't know, that is basically like a postal van. It's built on a CJ3 chassis that's been stretched from the factory about 30 inches. And we already got some axles for it. It's got some Dana 44s that are going on it. So there's going to be a whole bunch of suspension work to do on that. And it's going to be a really cool build. We picked up this TDI. It's a out of an 01 Jetta automatic, so it has the larger injection pump. It's got the 11 millimeter injection pump. We picked this up about a year ago. We met a buyer in New Jersey. Oh, we met a seller in New Jersey, excuse me. He was planning on building this up and like doing a full big turbo build and putting in a Ford Ranger, and it just didn't work out for him. He ended up changing, projects. So long story short, this sat in storage for about a year, and we want to get as much preventative maintenance done on this engine as possible before we swap it into that fleet van, because the fleet van, we're basically going to have to build the firewall around the engine, and it's going to be very tight to get in there to do any sort of repair work. So the main objectives, it's winter here on Long Island. I don't have a big garage. I don't really work in my garage. It's really glorified storage. So what my main objectives are going to be this winter is to maximize our working time. So while we're working on while we have time in the winter time, I'm going to build this up so it's ready to go come like April. So what we're going to do is, I don't know anything about this engine other than there was a diesel guy who was going to swap it. He had a whole stack of spare parts for it. I don't know if it was ever overheated. I don't know if it burns coolant. I don't know if it burns oil. I don't know if it produces oil. It doesn't know if it has blow-by. So with it on the engine stand, it's kind of hard to do some diagnostic work on it that way. So we're just gonna go for broke. We're gonna put a new cylinder head on it, head gasket. You can see I already got the front timing structure apart. So we're gonna do oil pan. We're gonna take the oil pan off, do an oil pump, reseal the lower end, new front and rear main seals. We're going to replace the oil cooler housing, and we're gonna basically strip down the block, clean it up a little bit better, and prep it. We're gonna paint it, and then we'll put it back together. So I'd say the next couple of videos are going to be some more tear down. I'm going to try to get my next phase is I want to pull the injection pump, get everything off of this side of the engine off, and then get the timing belt cover off of the front of the engine, and then the next step will be to pull the head off of the block. The intake manifold, the turbo, the exhaust, all that on the back end of the motor has already been removed. So now we're working on the front side of the motor. I guess technically this is the front and that's the back, because that's where the turbo sits when it's in its front wheel drive configuration. So yeah, welcome back to the channel. Just figured I'd introduce this project. We're going to be spending a lot of time on it. And I'm going to make I'm going to make a little video on some specialty tools that I picked up for this. And hopefully there's some TDI guys out in YouTube land that could chime in. Do this, don't do that. Sounds like a great idea. Sounds like an awful idea type of stuff. And yeah, it's good to be back. Took a little hiatus, and hopefully we can hit it hard. And we were going to build something really cool for you guys. So catch you guys later.